For this series, I'll be building a competitive Lorcana deck, but with a twist. I'll start with buying an initial starter deck, and every week I'll be allowed to open 2 additional booster packs, and any cards I pull from those packs I will be allowed to add to my deck. Join me on this journey as I try and build the best Lorcana deck possible. I just want to give a quick update on this series and how the videos will be. So I realized that it would make more sense to have my card opening show before my gameplays, just to make the video seem a lot smoother and whatnot. And so with that just quick update, let's get into the card opening. So for this updated deck list, some of the things I just took out where I felt like were unneeded low cost characters, so I did take out a Hei, and then also I did take out a LeFou and switched it out mainly for a Lilo, because I saw Lilo as a better than LeFou. It's a 1-drop, but maybe LeFou might come back in at some point. And then I did take out the evasive Tinkerbell just to try something else out. Since I have more Faciliers of the small ones now, I threw the big one back in just to have a different boss to shift into beside, and so if I can't really get to the Elsa, I can focus on Facilier here. And then for the most part, besides that, a lot of the deck list is still the same. I believe, yeah, a third Jetsam now to have evasive, and so in further openings, we're going to try to get more draw power, like more of these Maleficents, and then from there, hopefully just get more consistent cards. But for the most part, I like this list so far, and this is what we'll be using for the episode. So for this episode, I will be having some pre-recorded gameplay from Pixelborn playing in the background, showing how the deck performs, but I did want to go over my local LGS in their first Lorcana tournament. We didn't get to have a lot of players show up this time because of other commitments, but we did get 3 rounds in, so that was pretty good. Round 1 was against a Ruby Amber deck, and it was sort of like a Mulan control. It was the Mulan that where if she banished a character via challenge, she gave the rest of the characters on the board more lore to quest for. And so playing against them round 1, I did lose game 1 because I just didn't know how the deck worked and didn't really have the best way to play around it. And so then game 2, I did learn a little bit. I tried to out-tempo them early in the game because the Mulan they had was a big ink cost. And then, so I did take game 2 that way. I just out-tempoed them. Then game 3 was getting kind of close, but I found that if I just stuck a lot of my evasive characters like the Jetsam and Pascals and used them to quest early game to where the Mulan couldn't touch them, and then later on I just built the board big enough to where I could quest for game in a single turn. Moving on to round 2, I was feeling pretty good. I went against an Emerald Steel deck, which I haven't played against that matchup before. However, this was a very quick one. I lost 0-2. Game 1, I set up a really good board first few turns. However, he did have multiple grab your swords just to wipe out my low cost characters, and I wasn't able to recover from that, so he was able to take it. Then game 2, he had multiple giant Tinkerbells that were just controlling the board state, and I couldn't draw any of my consistency cards in time, so he was able to get to 20 before I was. And then for round 3 was a mirror match against another Amber Amethyst deck, but I like to call this one a sort of big character turbo. It focused a lot on getting out the giant Facilier that returned cards that were banished via challenge to your hand, and even like the Mickey Mouse to use the brooms for constant bodies to attack with. And so game 1, I was able to take it. I just saw enough good draw cards at the beginning. I saw friends on the other side like 3 times, so that really helped me, I feel like, get good card advantage. Game 2, he was able to take it. He just out-advantaged me and I wasn't challenging enough. Then game 3, he did misplay a little bit and I misplayed a little, so it was a very back and forth grind game, but in the end I was able to get to 20 before he did. It was very close. I think it was like 20-18, and it just shows that Amber Amethyst in a mirror match is a really grind game, so maybe I need to start considering more how I can put in tech cards for the mirror match as well. So overall, I went 2-1 in the tournament. I feel like I did pretty well playing wise. There were some mistakes, but that just comes with adding new cards. I had to quickly learn how the new deck functioned, and it's a lot of testing at the moment. I'm still trying to learn deck building theories, so I think I did pretty well. And so with that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope I'll see you guys in the next video.